Hello, welcome to Chapter 12, Lesson 9. Today we're going to be talking about volume of prisms. So volume is the amount of space inside a three-dimensional figure. You can either use the formula below to find the volume of a prism. So we do length times width times height. So it's kind of like area, which is length times width. But for volume, we add one more dimension because it's three-dimensional instead of two-dimensional, where we do length times width times height, how tall it is. Okay, so sometimes you'll see the base, right? Because if the base is not a square or a rectangle, you'd have to use a different. You wouldn't just be able to do length times width times height. But basically, we're just multiplying three things together, so let's get started. On his family vacation to the beach, Armando filled a cooler with water and snacks. Find the volume of the cooler. Okay, so our formula is capital V, or volume, is equal to length times width times height. Now, oftentimes you get kids saying, oh, well, I don't know which one's the length or the width or the height. What? Which one is it? Well, because of our friend, the commutative property of multiplication, doesn't matter, right? Or associative property. We can do length times width, then multiply height, right? Whichever way we do it, it's not going to change our answer. We need to multiply 30 by 15 by 20. Okay? So that's what I'm just going to do. 30 by 15 by 20. Okay? So if I'm going to multiply these together, is there an easy way to do it? Let's do 30 times 20. 3 times 2 is 6. And I've got two zeros. 600, 30 times 20. So then if I do 600 times 15, 0, 0, 30. Give my 0 there, so I can multiply everything by the 10 in the tens place. 1 in the tens place. 0. 0 and 6. Oh, look at that. 9,000. So our volume here is 9,000. 9,000 inches. Now with area, when we were multiplying two things, it was inches with a little 2, inches squared. Now because we're multiplying three things, volume is actually inches cubed is what it's called. Or inches to the third power, I don't know. You usually say inches cubed. Or cubed inches. Could flip it around too. Okay, so here it says, hey, we could also use base times height. So the base would be this bottom area down here. So to find the as it's the area of the base, not just the base, the area of the base. So I do 15 times 30. Okay. 0, 0, 0. And move over to the, okay, 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. So I'd get 450, and I need to multiply that by 20. Okay, so then if I do 450 multiplied by 20, as I multiply my zeros through, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. And we get the same answer of 9,000. So the volume of the cooler is 9,000 cubic inches, or inches cubed. And there we have it. Remember the associative property? Yeah, associative. I suppose commutative is when we can flip-flop 2. Associative is when we're dealing with 3. But the associative property of multiplication tells you that the way in which the factors, or the numbers we're multiplying together, are grouped does not change the product, or our answer, our volume. You can group factors to make the multiplication easier. So if we're going to find the volume of this prism, we need to do length times width times height. Okay? So if I have 17 times 7 times 9, I could do 7 times 9 first and get 63 multiplied by 17. Okay, so if I'm going to do 17 times 63, 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 more is 5. 0. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So I'd get a 1,071. 1,071 centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters. 1,071 centimeters cubed. There we have it. Okay, thank goodness we don't have any big multiplication here. Okay, so I need to do 11 times 7 times 9. Okay, so let's do 7 times 9, 63 times 11. 63 times 11. Let me get a little neater writing here, sorry. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. Get my 0. 1 times 3. 1 times 6. 693 millimeters cubed is what we get. 693 millimeters cubed. Lastly here we have, it tells you the area. So capital B is the area of the base. Okay. So I could use 24. Oh, it looks like that's what they want me to do, because 4 times 6 is 24. So I can just multiply 24 by 12. 24 multiplied by 12. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Moving over to the tens place. 1 times 4 is 4. And 2 times 1 is 2. When I add that together, I get 288 feet cubed. All right, that is all that I have for you for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you let me know if you have any questions. Bye.